Hey everyone. Okay, so the article I chose to write about for this week is called Sainte-Marie Buffy. And it's from a textbook called A to Z American Indian Women by Liz Sonneborn. And so Buffy Sainte-Marie is a folk singer from the 1960s, and she used her talent to not just get an amazing career and get famous and make a bunch of money. She used her career to tell the stories of Native American people. So she herself is from Native American descent. She was born and raised in Canada. And in her adolescent years, she just kind of became aware that she was more different than her classmates and peers, and so she just started digging into her heritage and just reading books about Native American peoples. And then she decided to visit her tribe of origin, the Creed people. And yeah, and then after that, she went to college in New York in Greenwich Village, which is was like the center point of folk music in the 60s, which is amazing. I'm jealous. But so she started playing coffee shops, things like that. And then she was discovered by Bob Dylan and some New York Times music critics. She got really famous, and yeah, and that was her success story. But she didn't, like I said in the beginning, didn't just use her. Um, she used her fame for good. She played um, like benefit concerts for Native American people. She played at reservations where the people were too poor to travel, so they wouldn't have been able to see her otherwise. And she established she established this organization called Cradle Board, and it teaches Native American descended children about who they are, about their history from their of their people, and it's like a school curriculum, but from the point of view of a Native American person. So Sainte-Marie, Buffy, um, when she was growing up, she felt very different and very left out. So she gave back to her community, something that she didn't have. She made she made a better community, made the world a better place through her talents and her career. She didn't just do it for her, which is what made me want to really dig into her career and write about her to help me get some insight for my senior project. Um, yeah, she's so important to just bringing so much attention to the mistreatment and needs of the Native American people and how deprived they have been. She did an excellent job of that, and through music, she was really able to get that out into the world, more so than a book, because music can be played on the radio, and just be just sent out into the world in ways that books just can't. Um, so for people who maybe didn't know these things or weren't as exposed to these things, also they got to hear her story on the radio or TV. So that's amazing. So personally, why I picked this for my project um, is I'm thinking about doing a teaming up with Lucky Day, which is a community service organization at our school, to maybe make a concert that the proceeds would go to a nonprofit organization here in Hattiesburg. And so I wanted to dig into this and see if maybe it just kind of like struck a chord in myself to see if maybe this was a route I really wanted to take and something I really wanted to do and would be passionate about. And I just love how she her projects, and no matter what she did, she was always giving back to people and community and people who gave so much to her and gave her a sense of belonging. And I think it would be really cool to give back to Hattiesburg in some way through the project instead of just having this cool project and it being really fun, which is still great and would be awesome. But it would be really cool to give back to Hattiesburg in some way, I think. And yeah, I loved her story so much, and it definitely did resonate with me. Um, in which was what I was looking for when I was reading it. So I think maybe that is a route that I'd want to take. I think I would be a lot more passionate about the project if I knew that this wasn't just for me. This was also gonna help other people too. Um, yeah. um, yeah. That's pretty much it. I think. If you haven't listened to her music, you should absolutely check her out. I'd never heard of her until I did this project, and she's got some pretty awesome music. But yeah, okay. So that's pretty much it. But thank you.